Hello everyone, my name is Crystal and my channel is Vintage Booth Pro. This channel is all about helping you boost your vintage booth sales. Today I want to talk to you about my March 2023 sales from my vintage booth in Cumming, Georgia, just a little town north of Atlanta. So I have recently moved into a larger 12 by 12 booth where my rent is $423. This month, March, was awesome. I had a great month. Several things sold over $100 and just really close to $100. But honestly, the majority of the sales are $30 and under. I don't have a lot of extra smalls, which are items like stickers, pins, things that I recommend having to help boost your sales, just because I took them out of my booth and I haven't had an opportunity I haven't found a good place for them still. I'm slowly but surely bringing jewelry back in, and yeah, but the booth is so big, it's kind of overwhelming. So once I get it all set up, I'm just kind of done. So the extra smalls have kind of taken a back seat for me. But I do have some exciting news. So if you follow my channel before, you know that we have a private group on Facebook that is a paid community. It's $5 a month. Well, that is changing. It is now free. There's several reasons that I wanted it to be free, but it's still going to be, everyone's allowed to post, but I'm going to monitor, just so I want to keep it a very positive environment. We post daily sales updates to know what people around the country are selling, and just weekly challenges, and if you need help with pricing, things like that, that is what our group is for. It's just a really good, positive support group for other vintage booth sellers. If you go to Facebook, it's Vintage Booth Pro in the groups, but I will link it in the description below. So I'm going to go through what sold in March 2023 from the smallest to the biggest, and at the end give you a summary of all my numbers and also tell you something else that I decided to do this month. So kind of probably was a crazy idea, but we'll see. So first of all, I have these little carrots that I've had for so long. I don't know. I think they were from Michael's that I got for just pennies. One sold for $2. I have this little easel. So do you get them at Dollar Tree? I pick them up whenever, if I have a need. I don't even think to mark them. So the store called one day and said, will you sell this easel? And I do have some nicer ones that I do have marked, but I was like, is this just for like a Dollar Tree thing and like a picture holder? And they were like, yeah, how about $2? So anyways, a $2 easel that I found at Dollar Tree sold. This Darth Vader Easter Bunny sold. I think I found it at Goodwill for $1, mostly just trying to move that inventory. A piece of jewelry did sell for $3. I think that was a bracelet. And yeah, so there's one. A blue and white cup from my chinoiserie collection. I have a huge thing of blue and white stuff that I got for free in my booth, and it sold for $4.99. This fluffy bunny, another stuffed animal, sold for $4.99. Probably got it at Goodwill for $1. I kind of stopped buying plush when Goodwill started increasing their prices on plush because they're such slow sellers for me. So next is this key for $5. Way back, probably last summer, I had just a huge lot of keys that I got for very, very cheap. So this was probably 10 cents. This faux book sold for $5.99, and this was from an estate sale online lot that was, I think, around 50 cents when you price it out per piece. Souvenir spoons is another thing that I had gotten at an estate sale, and 2 of those sold. I have them listed for $3. I've sold everything from this huge thing of souvenir spoons, and now it's just, take what you want for $3 each. This bunny tea towel sold for $6.99. That's also from the online estate sale, probably around 50 cents. A blue vase sold for $6.99. This wicker birdhouse sold for $7.99. A pewter goose sold for $8, and this is one of the things that I received from my aunt's estate that I'm just trying to help my family move as they cleaned out their house. These 2 little chick family members sold, and I think that was finally all of the chick family, or maybe there's one more, I don't remember. A bunny sold for $9.99. Another ceramic bunny sold for $9.99. I am hopefully can find the pictures of these, but one candle holder sold, and it has marked as is, so it was $9.99. And the other one sold. I'll mention that in a minute. These brass flowers sold for $9.99, and they were around $1 at Goodwill. A stainless steel key pendant, so that does count as jewelry. I think that's in my jewelry lot. Sold for $10, and it was around 50 cents. This recipe box, I got it for around $3 at Goodwill. It sold for $11. I had it marked 22, but it just wasn't moving. And I put it in our store's clearance booth and marked it off half price. Unfortunately, our store has decided that they have more vendors coming in and they need to rent out the clearance booth. So, kind of bummer to hear that. This small statue bust sold for $12.99, and it is one that I upcycled, and so it's always exciting when something you paint sells. This needlepoint sold for $12.99. It's one that I've had for a while. I think I bought it for around $2. This pink-eyed bunny sold for $12.99. A mirrored tray sold for $12.99. I hear that mirrored trays sell really well, so I had gotten quite a few of them from my aunt's estate, so I've been slowly but surely moving them into my booth. A straw hat sold for $12.99. These were in my eBay inventory, and I also list a lot of items on eBay. I sell mostly clothing and accessories, but I was like, you know what, this might be a fun thing to have in the booth. So one did sell. I still have 3 in the booth. I think he's Buddha. I don't really know. Sold for $12.99. This white basket sold for $12.99. A gold mirror sold for $12.99, and I got it for $4 and upcycled it. And that's another one that I had painted. Oh, okay, so the store wrote Java Bowl, and I forget what exactly it is. I remember because I shared with my group, and I was like, what is Java Bowl? I'll find the picture. It sold for $12.99. False graph, I think this was a salt dish, sold for $14.99. This yellow urn with a lid, sold for $14.99. I got it from Goodwill for around $3. And this is the other candle holder that was not broken, sold for $14.99. This bunny pitcher got for free, sold for $14.99. A planter sold for $14.99. This tall candle holder sold for $14.99. A mud pie egg tray sold for $14.99. And mystery boxes. If you remember, I put together a bunch of mystery boxes that are trinket boxes and salt and pepper shakers. Finally sold 3 of them this month, so that's $15. This arch decor sold for $16. I've had this for a very long time, and I think I got it for around $4 and upcycled and painted it. This elephant sold for $16.99. A hand-painted tray sold for $18, and I think I got that at a yard sale for $5. This Bombay teapot sold for $19.99, and that is one of the blue and white chinoiserie pieces that I got for free. Okay, this ceramic garden seat. These are usually sell for a lot. This one had cracks all over it, like everywhere. So I don't know if you've heard of that Japanese tradition where they etch in gold in the broken pieces. So I used some gold, rub it all over it. It sold for $19.99. So I'm glad someone got that and could hopefully enjoy the pieces of gold on there, or gold. This egg plate with salt and pepper shakers. Still had the box with it, was $19.99. This brass music box was $19.99. Angel bookend sold for $19.99. A salt and pepper set sold for $19.99. This Kensington clock sold for $19.99. A Halden Group bunny sold for $19.99. And this bust sold for $19.99. I love busts. I pick them up whenever I can. Cast iron bunny sold for $24.99. This beautiful velvet painting sold for $24.99. I picked it up for $1 at Value Village. It's so ugly I had to take it home, and I'm so glad that someone could enjoy this painting. Another set of gold bookends sold for $24.99. This brass elephant candle holder sold for $30. I had it marked for higher than that, but the store called and the customer wanted to see if I would take it for $30. I'm like, yes, of course. I think I bought it for $7. This wicker shelf, I have had it for so long. Sold for $45, and I think I got it for like $25 on Facebook Marketplace. Okay, this vintage carved chair sold for $95, and it's another one that I've had for so long. I got it on like 75% off day in an estate sale for around $20. I had a broken leg. I just fixed it up with some wood glue, and so glad that it finally sold. This Mersman table sold for $99.99. I have had it in my booth for so long, and it's like the perfect display piece because you can put just so much on it. It was in my booth. I took it home and painted it black, I think. And I think I kept some of it brown. I'll have to see if I can find the picture. But super happy that it finally sold organically. Like, I did not post it on Facebook Marketplace or anything. This metal cabinet had it marked $125 and sold it for $100. I bought it for $50, so not that great of them. I mean, $50 is good. So I'm not going to complain about that. This large centerpiece, so 75% off day at an estate sale. Found this for $30. Just really unusual and kind of surprised it sold for $124.99. Finally, my biggest sale was these two nightstands. I found them at Goodwill, kind of unusual, but they were $15.99 each. They had, I think they had Pottery Barn marked on them somewhere, or they just had the look, so I just grabbed them. And it turns out they were originally part of a desk. It looked like somebody had taken them off, and they needed a lot of work. I had to take an extra piece off of it. Turned out so cool and sold for $250. So, whoo, I was excited about that one. Okay, so before I go over the summary of the total numbers, I kind of made a decision, a very quick decision, based on the number of things that I've been storing in my house. So as you know, when you become a vintage booth owner, it's really hard to learn, you know, how much to source and things like that. You hear about YouTubers especially that they have a stash that, you know, if they're working on something, I took this from my stash. So you think it's okay to just kind of collect and collect and collect. Well, the stash has taken over my house. So we have a guest bedroom. I have my dining room where I kind of pull stuff out and price things. And then it's also seeping into just another room of our house. So I was getting really frustrated with just all the stuff, frustrated with myself over all the stuff. So the common wisdom of antique booth owners is that if you can't see it, you can't sell it. So I decided to get a second booth in the same store and put all the stuff that I have, all the extra stuff in my house, into the booth. And so I double checked with the store because I collect a lot of holiday items. And, you know, I was like, is it okay? Because I know some stores have rules about how early you can put out Christmas items. And they were totally okay with it. So I have a kind of a crazy new booth. It has Halloween, it has Christmas, and just other stuff too. And you are not going to believe that the holiday and Halloween stuff and fall stuff are all selling. So I'll update you in future videos on how that stuff is going. But so before I give you the summary, that's why I have an extra item for rent. And yes, the booth I got is big. It's an 8x10. I should have gone smaller, but that's okay. It is what it is. And I really feel like this is a temporary thing just to help me move some items and just get it out. So I'll probably have some major sales and just to move some things out. But right now it's going okay. We'll see how it is in the next months. So the grand total for me for March of 2023 is $1,425.56. That is $142.60 in commissions. Credit card fee was $37.98, and rent for my first booth was $432, and for my second booth was $240. So the check amount that I received was $572.98, and cost of goods was around $150. So super low because I get a lot of stuff free. So that makes my profit around $421, and it is what it is. It's like I said, the second booth is really just for my state of mind and to just get things out of my house. I know I could rent a storage locker, but I want to use that common wisdom of if people can't see it, they can't buy it. So let me know what your thoughts are. I feel like I've just done a crazy thing. It's a huge risk. Do you buy Christmas year round? Let me know in the comments below and maybe stop by my booth. And so the last thing I want to tell you is that I put off making these month-long what solds videos. So I'm thinking about doing weekly what solds. Let me know what you think about that in the comments below. I think it'll be a lot easier for me just for editing purposes, just to get those out on a weekly basis. And so let me know what you think. So thanks so much for watching. Consider joining our free Facebook group, and be sure to like and subscribe if you are a vintage booth owner or thinking about it. So I'll talk to you on the next one.